Hello, and welcome to the Argyle CIO Leadership Forum, Transformational Technology 2024. My name is Nick with Argyle, and it's great to have everyone joining us today. A couple of notes before I turn things over to our esteemed speaker. First, a quick reminder to stop by our sponsors' virtual booths at any time during today's event and for the following week. Our partners are committed to providing you with valuable content and a great overall experience. At any time during today's event, you can visit their virtual booths from the main agenda page. Throughout today's event, you will also have the opportunity to win one of several prizes. So be sure to check out the Prizes and Raffle Rules tab of the interface to see how you can earn points. To ask questions throughout the session, simply type into the Q&A chat, and we will address your questions at the end of the session. Now, without further delay, I would like to introduce our speaker, Geoff Anderson, Senior Director, Product Marketing, UiPath. We're super excited to have Geoff with us for a thought leadership presentation titled AI and Automation, the Transformation Accelerators. Welcome, Geoff. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Nick. Good afternoon, everyone. Nick's done a great introduction, so I'll move right on. It's kind of out of fashion these days to lead off a presentation by talking about yourself rather than the problems you solve, but it's also rude not to introduce your company. So let me take a moment to introduce UiPath for some context. UiPath started as a robotic process automation or RPA company, but today we offer a comprehensive platform for AI-powered automation. We operate in over 100 countries, as you can see, annual recurring revenue almost $1.5 billion, and we have a large developer community, actually of over 2 million developers. And in short, we've been growing rapidly. And one question you might ask is why? And we'll come to that in just a second. But first, some context. To the theme of the conference, transformation is hard and it's essential. The ability to successfully transform is fundamental to winning in modern business. They used to say change is the only constant, but it seems like we've got to the point where change is everything, everywhere, all the time. And some of these stats are a couple of years old now, but they do show just some of the reasons that the ability to transform and do it quickly is so important to business success. Firstly, changing skills. The makeup of the workforce is changing, and with it, the relationship our workforce and customers have to our companies. 71% of millennials are rethinking the place work has in their lives. And before long, 80% of customer interactions will occur in digital channels. So there are changing needs. And customers' expectations of those digital channels in terms of responsiveness and capability are sky high already and only rising. At the same time, from the IT side, there's kind of bad news. 70% of major transformation projects fail to deliver the anticipated outcomes. And some current and future changes are relatively sudden and relatively tectonic, with the obvious example being AI. So that future change is also a challenge. 73% of adopters are only just starting out on AI. Many of them feel behind. And for those who have started, many of them find that AI is underperforming their expectations. So we end up with a tricky combination of ever more compelling reasons to be able to transform very quickly from a business point of view, on the one hand, and a stubborn inability to actually achieve the breadth and depth of change required with the speed you need on the other. So a fragmented and changing landscape is going to make transformation harder, and nowhere is this pressure felt more in IT. It's a place where workloads, timeframes, budgets, and past decisions have all created significant complexity and operational overhead. You all know this, I'm sure, but just to set the scene, the average large organization has 175 enterprise apps or more, 175. So maybe you can manage 175, but business processes are not very good at respecting boundaries, system boundaries to be exact. So the systems of record need to be connected via systems of communications to each other, to apps, to data, and of course to the humans in the process. But worse, these processes also have to change as needs change. So it's like when they paint a large bridge, slowly and painstakingly from one end to the other over years. And then as soon as they finish, they go back and start again because the old paint is already wearing off from where they first did it. we're in this similar position where we're making change, and it feels like we have to go back and start again, sometimes even before we've finished. And it turns out that automation can help in a lot of ways, which is where some of that UiPath growth came from. It can help IT drive much more rapid migration and testing, or connect systems that would otherwise be expensive or impossible to connect. But it also has much, much broader application beyond IT. It can make the work lives of those millennials easier by enabling them to automate their own tasks. And what that means, essentially, is that people want automation. And not to put too fine a point on it, once they see its benefit, they'll find a way to get it, because it can remove tedious work from their job, let them focus on more interesting things. And so this is really good for productivity, but without a centralized strategy, automation will probably enter the organization via users, via departments, in an unmanaged way from myriad vendors, which is not so good. So that is also a risk, disjointed automation initiatives, all of which adds up to IT complexity, which has to be untangled before transformation can be undertaken. And let's not forget the potential of AI, both specialized and generative, which by its nature needs to be connected into all the key systems to get the context it needs, and is only truly valuable when intelligence is integrated into the business processes that will benefit from it. And it turns out that the canonical enterprise architecture is often missing a critical transformative layer, which is another reason for UiPath's rapid growth. It adds a very flexible, very rich capability into an enterprise architecture to solve two significant problems. They both stem from this timeless problem of siloed system of record capabilities. Data, you have all the data you need, it's just in different places. The first is, how do you build flexible processes that connect across the systems of record and the people who need to be in them? And of course, every organization has connected some of those systems effectively, whether with custom engineering or some form of iPaaS. But the thing about transformation is you've got to be able to do this really quickly. Flexibility and speed are absolutely key, because otherwise you're that bridge painter, or worse, you're starting a new process transformation before you've even finished engineering the old one. The siloed systems of record problem also creates a new and rather trendy problem to have, which is how to integrate AI into all of this. To maximize their accuracy, specialized and generative AI models need to get as much context as possible from a lot of different systems. So that's the input side of the challenge. The output side of the challenge is arguably even harder. The best insights in the world don't transform anything unless they actually reach the places in the organization that can make use of them. So to be transformative, AI smarts need to be delivered to the processes and the people where they affect real change. And so another reason that UiPath has grown so quickly is that this combination of AI and automation capabilities in an open platform offers a very, very flexible way to create just the system of automation that's frequently what you've been looking for to fill this gap. And it only becomes more powerful in a world where AI is taking on a bigger and bigger role. Because it turns out that if AI is the brains, then often automation and process are the muscle that can actually make things happen. So we have a technical architecture that enables you to connect systems to each other and build automations on them, and we have the ability to connect to myriad systems. I should say at this point that I'm not trying to pitch you anything in terms of the business automation platform being the silver bullet for every IT situation. In fact, one of the tenets of the platform is its open architecture. Your built-for-purpose middleware, your solved problems, they continue to be solved problems, but they can also be integrated into the process solutions you can build with the UiPath platform to address current and future problems more quickly. So what we offer is an enterprise-grade platform that contains tools to create this system of automation. It gives you different technical ways to connect your systems by API or by UI or RPA. It gives you rapid development tools, all the way from fully coded to no code, and to build intelligent processes that span them. And perhaps most importantly, it's extremely flexible. It's suitable for challenges ranging from data extraction, transformation, and migration in IT, right through to offering a single low-code platform for personal or team automation development to the business people in the business. So let's take a closer look. There's a lot to this platform, so no matter what features I highlight here, I'm going to upset someone back at the office by leaving something out. But through a lens of enabling transformation, which is what we're here to talk about, let's take a look at some of the things that the platform offers. First, it offers very rich out-of-the-box integration options through, as I said, both UI and API integration. You can combine these as needed when automating a particular process. More on the next slide on that, stay tuned. But what I do want to point out here is that this means that you can, for example, take data from your oldest system via, say, a terminal app, apply rules and logic or transformations, or even AI-based extraction to it right within the platform, and then pipe it into, say, SAP via API. So you have myriad systems, myriad processes, and myriad uses, and you can connect all of them using this one platform. Second, you can orchestrate business processes from process, task, and communications mining, discovery, through rapid development and deployment of automations to unattended robots that work independently, or to digital assistants that people use to help them. And we have customers using the platform to automate everything from core business processes right through to last mile attended automations that optimize how particular teams or individuals can work more effectively. And third, you can control and govern everything from one place. Of course, this is critical. Attended and unattended automations, granular access control, robot logs and audit, as well as deep analysis, dashboard-based analysis of both technical and ROI performance. It's all there. From the beginning, the UiPath platform has been built for the enterprise. And then on the right, some of the biggest differentiators and reasons why transformation, be it process transformation or technical migration projects, go smoother with the UiPath Business Automation platform. It's comprehensive. It's fast, which is not always a word you hear in transformation circles. It's truly enterprise grade. In particular, I'd point out there are many policy control features around both permissions and things like what features can be used by what people. As an example, there's an entire automation ops capability that enables you to manage a range of features for automation developers to ensure that what they're doing and what they're allowed to do maps to company policy. This and similar features are one of the key ways you can avoid those pockets of unmanaged automation appearing across the business that I was talking about before. And we'll come back to AI in a second, but before we do, just to note that the platform is available as SaaS, or it can be self-hosted. It connects to essentially everything, and it has behind it the world's largest community of automation developers. And just to close out on integration, we have over 100 connectors to popular systems, but much more importantly, we have a no-code connector builder that means you can build a connector to any system that has a REST API. And once you've made the connection to a system, of course, you can monitor it and you can reuse it as needed in new automations. So whichever processes you need to re-engineer, you're already connected and you have access to that data. So it becomes much easier to automate or re-engineer processes that involve multiple systems, multiple users, without doing a whole lot of back-end reconnection work. Actually, sorry, let me go back for one moment there. I should probably talk about the other things on which are important at the bottom of the slide. So how do people actually use this in the real world? Well, as you can see, we can connect to line of business automation, and we can connect to IT system and AI automations. And that gives you an almost limitless array of process re-engineering you can do. Individual people can use it to reduce repetitive digital tasks, which means essentially anyone can, using a low-code or a no-code platform, build personal automations that will enable them to take a repetitive task and have the robot do it on their PC rather than have to do it themselves, which of course frees up more time for them to do something else. At the other extreme, you have complex process orchestration. So line of business processes, which run on what we call unattended robots. And those can be very core processes. They can be customer services processes. They can be finance processes, HR, anything that involves moving data, validating data, interacting those processes with decisions people have to make. All of those are ripe for looking at automation for more efficiency and for better access to that information by people who need it. You can do intelligent document and communications processing. A lot of our scenarios are built around our intelligent document processing engines, which use a combination of specialized and generative AI to understand documents and to take smart actions. And we'll see a short example of that in a minute. Pro and citizen development with enterprise-grade control. The last bit, almost as important as the first bit. Whether you have developers who want to work all in code, typically building your most core automations, or you have business people who just want help to get more time back, we have a development platform for them that you can manage, that you can grant or deny access to, and that you can control at a policy level. Automated testing is a big area where customers use this, both for automation testing and actually also for application testing. Very exciting tool set that often starts in automation and then pushes out to application once people start using it and see how efficient and easy it is to use. Cross-system process orchestration. We have the ability to use what we call UiPath apps, which can bring information together and automations together in one place for, say, a customer services representative or anyone who needs access to multiple systems through a single unified UI. Integrated human-in-the-loop process flow. That basically means that robots will do work, and when they need input for a human, they will alert the human, and they will carry on with a different project. So the robot is always as utilized as it can be. When the human responds with a validation or a change, then the robot will pick up that job again and the process will continue. So there's this ability to constantly hand off between people to make decisions and robots to do the underlying work. And finally, AI-driven decision and execution. So AI has actually been core to the platform for a significant amount of time. It was one of the key differentiators in our RPA technology. Our computer vision was built on specialized AI models, and also in our intelligent document processing models and our document understanding. And latterly, of course, we've been augmenting that specialized AI with generative AI. So I want to take just a moment to discuss our approach to AI because it's of a lot of interest to a lot of people at the moment. The headline reason that AI and automation are so specifically powerful in combination, as I said, is that if AI brings the brains, automation brings the process muscle. To illustrate that, suppose I have two friends who are into running. One of them's reading all the books on running. The other reads nothing, but trains every day. The one who actually trains is currently doing a lot better in races, I can tell you. But to be fair, the winner of those races is not going to be her. It's going to be the person who has read the books, taken all the ideas, and then applied them appropriately while training and racing. And that's the specific reason that AI and automation are so powerful. It's not just that AI makes automation more powerful, although it surely does. It's also that automation pushes the knowledge and ideas of AI out into your processes where they can actually really have an ongoing impact, or as we like to say, where they can transform the way your business operates. So when we think about AI, there are four pillars of our framework that correspond to four needs we believe all organizations have when it comes to making their AI investments count. First, the need for context through business and process-specific data that ensures the actions are real, relevant, and impactful. So bringing the right information into the AI models. Secondly, the need for access to a diverse set of models, enabling you to select the best model for the use case and not get stuck in a closed ecosystem. So with our platform, we have built-in Gen AI and specialized AI capabilities, but we also connect to whatever you want to connect to, be it OpenAI, Microsoft, GCP, anyone in the world of AI, we can work with their technology as well. The third is that need to bring action I was talking about. They need to bring them together. So where value is created and where our customers see real Gen AI powered transformation happening is when context and models get connected to process action. And fourth one, the need for trust. The foundation of everything we do with AI woven throughout our platform, it's critical to the success of your automation programs. So we have an entire trust framework that helps you, for example, control when information is sent to external Gen AI systems or not. So having focused somewhat more on the IT angle and the back end, let me try to bring some of this together with a very short video showing just one end-to-end customer service transformation driven by UiPath AI and automation. This particular scenario involves several pieces of the platform, including specialized and generative AI, intelligent document processing, and process automation. And it will give you a chance to get a break from my New Zealand accent. So enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side.
Meet Anna and Jacob, newlyweds and excited first-time homeowners. They just finished setting up a perfect cozy kitchen, but they soon run into an unpleasant surprise. But it's okay. The refrigerator is covered by their home warranty insurance. Anxious to get their home working again, they quickly submit a request for a replacement. Their email goes to the central customer service inbox at the insurance company. Customer service agents, like Scott, used to manually process the applications, review the documents, and approve each and every request. But with AI at work, the process is now entirely automated. Once the documents get sorted and the request is validated, Scott just needs to hit approve, and then automations update the ERP system, start the replacement and renewal procedures, and generate an email response to Anna and Jacob. This way, UiPath helps Scott focus on delivering more meaningful customer experience. Let's see AI at work in action. The email from Anna gets processed by UiPath ComPath, a large language model specialized for communications mining. ComPath helps to extract the relevant information and intent of each request mentioned in the email. In this case, both replacing the refrigerator and renewing their home warranty. To proceed with the refrigerator replacement, Scott will need to make sure the request is valid. To verify the proof of identification, the ID card gets processed with UiPath.Path LLM, which enables fast and accurate document understanding out of the box. Next, Scott looks into the warranty documents to make sure the refrigerator replacement is covered and to check on the expiration date. To extract all needed data from an unstructured document like this, Scott also leverages Gen AI capabilities in UiPath Document Understanding. Finally, the proof of purchase. It may come in varying formats, which requires custom AI model training, and that's usually quite a time and effort-consuming process. Good news! Scott has already trained a model for invoices all by himself. Active learning in UiPath Document Understanding allows anyone to easily build AI models with no coding or ML skills required. This AI makes suggestions on which documents and fields to annotate to ensure the most efficient model training, requiring less document samples while delivering higher model accuracy. Active learning is the next-gen guided AI experience, slashing the model training time by 80% from a week down to just a day. So, let's see how Scott's AI model actually works. Looks like we've got all the needed data, including the vendor name, address, and billing details. Intelligent document processing is a huge game changer for not only customer service, but many other document-heavy processes at enterprise scale. And Anna and Jacob are a super happy couple once more. UiPath, AI at work.
So without diving too deep, those are just example applications. If you actually want to see the platform in its totality, it's a comprehensive array of enterprise-grade capabilities that enable you to build scenarios like you just saw. everything from discover through to automate, where we have UI and API automation, we have low-code development, we have generative AI, we have intelligent document processing and specialized AI, and we also have process orchestration, very importantly, and then a full suite of operate capabilities, the ability to do real-time and trend analysis, continuous testing, unified management and governance, and of course, the cloud-first flexibility that contributes to the speed with which you can build these solutions and get the system up and running. The flexibility isn't just about reducing cost. One of the early applications of RPA was certainly to do that, and it remains a good scenario, but it is actually about a full array of business outcomes. So you see everything from increasing customer satisfaction to boosting employee value, back to those millennials again who are considering their relationship with work. This is a way to improve their working environment, accelerate growth, reduce risk, reduce costs, and of course, improve operational excellence. Whatever your KPIs are for the business, there is typically a way that automation and process re-engineering can help transform your organization in order to help you achieve that more quickly. And you don't have to take my word for it. UiPath is the leader in vision, strategy, and execution across a number of intelligent automation categories. You'll see that we do well in the RPA evaluations by the analysts, but also in areas like low-code apps, IDP, test automation, and process mining. So new results from Everest there and from IDC. And in fact, Gartner process mining recently came out, which we were also at the top of. So some good validation there over the last few months of the UiPath platform's capabilities and where it sits in the market. And if you're wondering where we're going to next, there's really 4 areas that we're investing in for the long term. So there's a lot of capability available today, but the biggest areas that we'll continue to invest deeply in are firstly process orchestration. So making sure that outcome-driven process performance is easier and easier to improve by optimizing the workforce, robots, and systems working together. So this is the outgrowth of our discovery capability today. It's already very powerful. It allows you to do everything from task mining to process mining to communications mining, and in fact, pick up ideas from within the organization as well. It's bringing all of that together into an ever more integrated process orchestration motion. Category convergence, which means simply that the platform is the one that best delivers on all automation technology categories. We're very focused on that. We don't want silos within our own platform. We want to make sure that the platform is simply one where the most obvious piece is the one that you're going to use, and it's all integrated better and better over time. AI at work, huge investment in leading specialized and generative AI that's open, flexible, and will continue to be cloud first. SaaS has proven to be a great way for customers to get access to the platform very quickly, get started, and get that ROI flowing from the first transformations as quickly as possible. And so I'll leave you with a thought. An enterprise that strategically combines AI and automation together across its end-to-end processes can accelerate transformation ahead of competitors that don't. And I hope that in some small way, I've convinced you to at least take a second look at UiPath if you believe that AI-powered automation is something that can help you on your own transformational journey. And with that, thank you very much. You're very welcome, encouraged even to come and learn more at uipath.com. I apologize for the fact that we didn't have time for questions. The team at Argyle, though, is going to send them to me, and I'll make sure you get a response either from me or from someone appropriate. So if you have submitted a question, apologies for the delay, but you'll get something back very shortly. And with that, I really thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. And Nick, back to you.
Great. Thank you again, Geoff, for such an incredible thought leadership. I also want to thank everyone else for joining us today. This session, along with all of today's content, will be available on demand following the event. Our next session will begin after the break at 1:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will be a fireside chat titled Level Up Workplace Productivity in the Age of Information Overload. Please click on the join button that will appear on your screen to be redirected to the next session, and we look forward to seeing you there.